it is back. There is a few things that I need to talk about that belongs in this video. But before we begin, please remember to like this video. Like this video. Make sure your notification button bell is turned on. And make sure you subscribe. And today in the comment section, yes, my lovies, it's about that time. I need everyone to participate as usual. I should see my comment section full in this video. I hope you guys can follow instructions, but it's about that time for the road call, and I say road call because people are from all over the world that listen to this channel, and so I know some people say roll, but I say road call. So, but yes, 1 purple heart if you're from my first channel, 2 purple hearts if you're from this channel, my second channel, age, location, and let me know, what do you listen to me on? Your cell phone, your iPad, your laptop, maybe it's your computer, and do you use headphones or no headphones? And I ask that because at night I just put my phone next to my ear, and that's enough for me depending on the video. There are some videos that are a little low, and so I do have to use my headphones for that video, but majority of it, I just put the phone next to my ear and I listen. Now when I'm away, like, going on vacation or even like one of my parents, then no matter what, I will, listen to headphones because people be like, what the hell is she listening to? So, although they probably already know, but so yeah, so let's try this again. 1 purple heart from the first channel, 2 purple hearts if you're from this, aka the second channel, age, location, and let me know, do you listen on the cell phone, iPad, laptop, computer, headphones, no headphones? And I would like if you guys would say if you are a male or a female. You don't have to, because I do know and I do understand nowadays people don't identify anymore. So I'm only asking for this because it just gives me an idea of the people who watch me, and that helps me with future videos, depending on the age and, so anyway, please let me know down below. It's about that time. It's the end of the year, and I would love to know where my Majestic babies are coming from, age, location, all of it. So I better see my comment section flooded. So first things first, this is another participation, but so last week, right, I was at the doctor's office and there were these 2 young ladies, and when I say young, I would say, if I had to guess, I would say no older than like maybe 20 years old, right? So at first they were, I assume they were having like a decent conversation because nothing sparked anyone in the waiting room, right? I don't know what sparked them arguing, but they started arguing, and to make a long story short, one said, well, that's why you're a hoe. And she was like, well, that's why you're a thought. And I'm like, what the fuck is the difference between a thought and a... What's the difference? versus HOE. Comment section, let's go. What's the difference between a thought? A thought, actually. It's pronounced a thought versus a hoe. Then they started arguing a little bit more. And one said, well, that's why you will always be the side piece, aka the side chick. And she was like, I'd rather be a side chick than a homewrecker. But then I'm saying to myself, well, what the fuck is the difference? Because if you're a side chick, that means you're not the main chick. And if you're the side chick, that means your man or your loved one has somebody else, because you wouldn't be called a side chick if there wasn't somebody else, right? And so my thing is like, say for instance, you're the side chick and that person's married, aren't you considered a homewrecker? The argument was so stupid, but I had your girl sitting there thinking like, what is the difference? Now, I have asked different people these questions, and I swear to God, no one has given me the same answer. Everyone has their definition. And that's another reason why I asked for, like, if you're a male or a female, age, location. It's for a conversation like this, because I noticed depending on where you are in the age, people have this different answers for what a side chick is versus a homewrecker, a thought versus a hoe. And I'm laughing because they're acting like they have valid points. Like, well, at least I'm not a homewrecker. Well, you're the side chick. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, and next on my list, I went to a indoor water park this weekend. And if you care to know anything about that, please check out my Patreon. I'll be breaking down that whole entire story on my channel, well, on the Patreon this Sunday. But I happen to just right now check my bank statement, and sorry, I had to cut off the recording because they were doing work outside and it was just getting louder and louder. But yes, so I went to an indoor water park this weekend. That story time will be on Patreon. But I just checked my bank statement and they had the audacity to, first of all, there's all these charges on my card. I went for one night. I went from Saturday night. No, we went Saturday into Sunday for one night, right? So, I came back Sunday. I checked out at the desk. I went through all my charges. Everything was what I charged, and that's that. So looking at my bank statement today, and I'm just like, why are there all these charges? There was like a 150 charge, a couple of 38, 88 charges. There was another one for like 32, just multiple different charges, right? And they were pending as of today. So my thing is like, this definitely did not happen while we were down there, right? Because if so, everything would have printed out. And so anyway, I'm calling. I must have called like 10 different numbers in this indoor water park, and not one fucking number picked up. But not a one. This shit kept ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Why won't somebody answer? And I'm going online and I'm googling different answers, different phone numbers, all this stuff, and finally, I'm not sure what number I called. know what to do. Everybody was just like, oh, well, our billing department is closed Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. How the fuck do you have a billing department and it's closed 3 days out of a 5-day workday? Make it make sense, people. How do you have, and this water park is actually really, really big and popular, right? So because of that, how the fuck do you only have billing open 2 days out of a work period? So you only open Monday, and Friday. But someone was charging my card as of this morning. So I said, you know what, you want to play games? Cool, we can play these games. I said, you know what, I don't need no callback. I don't need no explanation. I'm just calling my bank and I'm gonna dispute all these charges, and that's that. All of a sudden, nobody's fucking laughing anymore. It's like, wait, what? You can't do that. Watch me hang up on you and call my bank and dispute this because you find it funny. And I don't even know if that's true, that their billing is only open like 2 days a week, because that doesn't make sense at all. And a person who comes from accounting and billing and stuff, I have never heard of that shit. Maybe other companies do that, but when you have like a resort with an indoor water park in it, one of the biggest in New York, I can't possibly imagine that the billing department's only open Monday and Friday. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. So he's like, well, maybe you should wait until Friday. I said, what, you want me to wait for the charges to go through and then wait for y'all to give me back my money? I'm not playing these fucking games. Absolutely not. Absolutely 100% not. Like, coming from a broke girl, absolutely not. And so I called my bank and I explained the situation completely, and she's like, well, I do see here another charge for the room that you charged online. I said, yeah, I'm not disputing that. And then, you know, we went through other stuff, but she's like, well, if you signed everything out on Sunday, what are all these charges, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? And I'm like, exactly, like, get out of here with that. And I explained to her, you know, me calling and what they said and how unhelpful they were. And so anyway, the bank is giving back all the money, and actually I decided to cancel that card. Like, we're not playing these games. So I said to her, you know what, can you please cancel it? And she went ahead and she canceled the card. So now I'm just waiting for my new card in the mail. It'll probably get here sometime next week, which is fine. I'd rather be with no card than people just playing with my card with these charges. And the biggest charge was like for $150, and that shit is crazy because, like, anyway, that was the biggest charge on the card was $150, but like I said, $150, then the 38, then 32s, then a couple of 38.88s. No. So I just want to let everybody know, after this video, please check your bank statements, go online and check your online banking and make sure everything is what it's supposed to be, because people in this fraud situation, I don't know. The crazy thing about it is people rather scam people out of their money. This gum is getting old. They rather scam people out of their money than to actually work for it. But anyway, this next story was one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this video, right? When this situation happened, I knew for a fact that I had to hop online and talk about it. So today's actually Wednesday, right? My mom and I, we went to the casino on Monday. Again, full story will be on Patreon this Sunday. But let me explain something. For those who do not gamble, let me explain. Back in the day, when people were gambling, right? They used to walk around with a bucket full of quarters. I remember when I was younger and my parents used to go down to AC all the time. Atlantic City is in New Jersey. It's definitely like the gambling place to go is Atlantic City. And I remember back then, again, they used to have these big buckets that people used to walk around with a lot of change. And then if you hit something, all these quarters would come down and people would carry all these buckets, whatever, buckets of change. And then your hands would be all dirty from like the coins and stuff. Fast forward to now. I don't know when they changed all that, maybe 20 years ago. I really don't know. But now what happens is this, and pay attention because this is part of the story. So now what happens if, say for instance, you put in a $50 bill, and this is from the slot machine I'm talking about. You would put in the outside work again. But so now when you put in like say $50 in a slot machine, right? So you play, and you realize that the machine is not working out, or you rather go to a different machine. There is now on the slot machines a button that says cash out. And when you hit that button, whatever you have left over from your earnings will print out. You take that receipt and you put it in a different machine. So people are no longer walking around with these buckets of money, this and that. You're walking around with tickets. That being said, there are times that people get up and forget to cash out. They forget to take their playing card. Now, when you go to a slot machine, you put your player card in, you put your receipt in, or whatever you want to call it. It'll say, like mine says, "Hi Majestic," and then I put in the money, and it shows whatever's in the receipt, right? So, that being said, we went to the casino, and I don't want to go into race because people are way too sensitive nowadays, and I don't want to say the wrong something and people think it's a slur and this and that, and and people start coming for me. So we'll leave the race alone. But I'm going full force on Patreon. I promise you I will. I will be, but so anyway, when we got there, we realized there was a group of people, and they were from the same race, and it was about maybe the casino was full of like maybe 85% of them, right? It was clear that they were on there was a lot of buses outside, so I guess this was like a day trip for them, right? And you can tell that they were all retired, oldish retired. So my mom and I, we were playing a slot machine called Little Shop of Horror, and I was winning. I was fucking it up, y'all. I was fucking it up, and I was up like maybe $500-600. I was up. My mom laughed and was like, "Oh well, you're doing well. I'm out of money." She said, "Watch my machine next to you. I'll be right back." Now, right behind me. So say for instance, you guys have a slot machine right here. That's where the ATM machine was. It wasn't very far at all. My mom's playing card was still in there. Side note, the card, the She went up to my mom's machine, hit the cash out button, took the receipt, and ran off. She ran off, like, how fast she ran off. There was no way she was able to look at the ticket first. But again, when you cash out, it pops up on the screen. So the fact it was only 25 cents, I needed to let her know that I saw you and I saw what you did. And I said to her, what made you think that was your money? I said, what are you doing? It wasn't your slot machine. And she was startled. She was so shocked. And then I came up to her, you goddamn right I did. Because at the end of the day, like I said, when she hit that cash out button, she had no idea. Say for instance that ticket was like $1,000, or say that ticket was like $300-$400. It wasn't your money. It wasn't your machine. You weren't playing on it. So what made you think that it was okay to come to someone else's machine, hit the cash out button, take their winning ticket, and fucking run off? Yes, she did that shit. I was like, and then when I presented to her, and I was like, I saw you, what made you finish your money? And I actually snatched the ticket back out of her hand, right? She was so shocked. And then she said, her exact words were, I speak no English. But you understood everything I just fucking said, though. I know you did. I know you did, because you were startled and shocked. And when I took that ticket out of your hand, you knew what was going on, because you knew that money was not yours. So meanwhile, I am now, it's funny because now I have my winnings on that machine. I have about $500-$600. So as I'm scolding her, I'm actually watching my machine, because I see her little friend come about, and I said to her, and as I'm talking to her, and I looked up and I said, if you fucking touch my machine, we're gonna have issues. Her other friend ran off, like, no. So now my mother's coming over, and she's like, what, Majestic, what happened? I left you for like 30 seconds. And I explained the situation, and by then the two little ladies ran off, right? And my mother was like, what the fuck? Because it's like, you know, you're stealing from people. You know, that ticket wasn't yours. It wasn't your money. And, you know, my thing is like, people, and I don't know how long they were there for, but people might leave in like 15 cents. But if you're around there for 8 hours doing this, and then I was watching them go to every single slot machine and was hitting the cash out button to see if people left their money. This shit it bothered the fuck out of me. And also too, what they would do is, like I said, like the casino was about 85% of them. And what they would do is they would target people that have a lot of money, or are winning a lot of money, or like they hear the machine or the slot machine winning, and they'll come and they'll follow you, right? Because now they can see on the screen as you're playing how much you're winning, how much you have in the machine, how much is left. They can see all of that. If they come up behind you, they can watch you play. And so that's what they would do. They would target the ones that are playing, and they would follow them. So I had a sweater on, right? And I took my sweater off. So now the black sweater that I have on, I'm now wearing a red shirt underneath the sweater. So do you know these same two heifers had the audacity to try to pull this shit with me again? Like, listen, I was playing, right? And you know, now my mother and I are cautious. We're constantly like looking behind our back and seeing, like, you know, who is behind us or whatever. And do you know that the same little ladies, and then when I turned around, because I felt someone behind my neck, when I turned around, it was the same two ladies, and she said, and I heard her say it, oh shit, same females, run. So you were this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand people. If you had no money to gamble, why the fuck are you there? Why the fuck did you get your ass on the bus and come on this little field yeah, I will go into more details about that story on Patreon. I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah. So that's my What Thursday video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we won't have another one of these. But the fact that the holidays are coming up, I'm pretty sure we will. So on that note, I love you guys for watching. Until next time, bye.